Looky there. I knew they'd stay down here. I can count them in the picture on the video. I can't quite count them in real life because they didn't have bright out. But there's the beginning of our sunrise. I got a couple pretty decent pictures, I think, from up by the swather when I came out. And it looks like there may be just a little bit of ground fog over through there. Not too bad. Becky tried telling me last night, supposed to have like a 35% chance of rain today now. Something like that. She looks on the internet, but it's one of the local news channels that she always looks up. The app on my phone, last I looked, said 10%. And there's the moon laying there on its back. And I'm just going to go on a limb and say that Dino's group is all still up in the hayfield because there's absolutely nobody down here. So, anyway, this traveler is, I'm not sure if I know where it is. I'm not sure if you can see it in the picture or not. It is sitting right in here somewhere. That's where it was when I shut it off last night. So I'm going to turn the valve back on, and when it gets over to the spool, I'll pull it back out to the edge of the ditch and let it do it again. Then we'll move it to, we're not going to go off that joint. Go off that one, which gets a straight run for down over the gate. Yeah, where our gate used to go into, what we used to have for pasture over here, right there. And now that's kind of screwed up to keep the contractors, if they do anything like, mow or spray, keep them from screwing around. Or they have to have their little people out there counting plants every so often to make sure that they still have enough. So they know how many might have died, so they know if they have to replant or not. Which incidentally, back by the falls, which are just about right there over the hill down in those trees, Mom caught some guy who was on our side of the creek through there and on our side of the fence through there. Well, the property line's on the other side of the creek. The creek runs almost straight off that fence line, straight through. Almost to the corner of the property, not quite. And it's like, well, Mom, why didn't you tell me you met this person back there the day that it happened and not a week later? So it's something we really watched for since that point. That's been a couple years ago now. That's before, I don't know if that, I think that was before we lost the lease on that to the government program. That's when all they had was along the creek. And, we don't need that kind of crap. Trespassing. And if you're on the side of the line without permission, I can come with all kinds of reasons why it would be criminal trespassing. We get that extra step in there, and I don't care if they're a government contractor or not. Anyway, that's my short rant for the morning, I guess. I got to get that valve turned on, or I'm not going to get the next move done today. And, everything will accumulate. And the hay pile looks a little lower now. Of course, I'm looking in the screen. Anyway, me and my coffee got to get to work. Well, there's what it looks like now. And yeah, it's getting close. It's got, I think when the little traveler's in, this one will be in. So that won't be too bad. Oh, and while I'm up here, may as well show you. Dino's group is totally scattered out all over. Most of them are the other side of the hump. And Bam Bam's group, they all woke up and up and scattered out a little bit. Of course, most of them are still down below where you can't see from here. Hey everybody. Maybe some of you have already heard, maybe you haven't. Thought this was kind of a fitting place to be. Kind of my quiet place, you know. Andy DETWILER passed away today. Also known as a harmless farmer on YouTube. Yeah, you're right, I couldn't hold it. Started following Andy right after he started. And he kind of pushed me to start doing YouTube. So my first video was cutting hay up here and that center fence wasn't there. I got to know him pretty good. Used to talk on the phone fairly regular. When he found out he first had cancer, his very first phone call was to me. He texted me and he says, "Hey, you got a few minutes to talk on the phone?" And I said, "Sure." And his family knew, but he hadn't told anybody else. So, you know, kind of a special thing. The beautiful sunrise this morning, I'm going to say that's for him.
Along with the dragonflies that have been following me.
Oh, yeah. We've been out here checking a cow out here. 132's lame, hardly walking. Too damn far from the barn to be able to get her up there without probably killing her off. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to make her feel better without having to put her through hell going up there. But anyway, obviously our thoughts and prayers are to his family.
DETWILER strong forever.
That's right. To his mom and dad, brother and sister. You know, they went through a lot for him growing up. They really did. His wife, Corkey, great woman. Daughter, Kylie, pretty good young woman. If you haven't been there yet, she's got her own channel. Just Kylie on YouTube. I follow her. I haven't watched much of her videos for a long time. You know, kept up with her dad's. But anyway, his last video that he put up was 4 days ago. And I'd noticed he hadn't been looking really good. And I know he was still going through chemo. And I have totally meant to call him and talk to him. It's been, I don't know, at least 3 or 4 months, maybe longer since I talked to him. So, you know, I'm kicking myself in the ass today because I hadn't. And, like I said, that sunrise that came up over there this morning, that may have been about the time that he passed. I don't know. I really don't. But, you know, go sneak in on his comments in his last video, see what he was up to. They were putting tires on a tractor. He had a guy out doing that. And give his family some well wishes. Thank you, everybody. Rest in peace, Andy.